Okay, this is from Knox Castle. You have a talented six-year-old. Um, I think there's a hesitation to want to put him in, a whole bunch of trainings, a whole bunch of clinics, and maybe that would be good for him. I think there's some things that you can do that, even though that you didn't grow up playing soccer and that's not your forte, there are some very effortless things that you guys can start doing. First you and then him together, right? Because if you show him a model, right? If you lead by example, then he's going to start picking up on some of the things. He's going to start picking up on some of the things that you're doing. So the first thing, you might have a length of rope. You might have a length of rope around your house. If not, you could order, just go to your local hardware store, or you could, order some. You could even use 2 shoelaces. What you want to do is search how to make an RMT rope. And why this is important is because if you tell him to do this, he won't see how it's going to help his game. But if you spend time doing it, since you value it, and since you've taken action, and then you start to begin to swing it, now he sees what it's all about. And the reason why this is something that I wish I learned exactly at his age is because when you start to swing this RMT rope around, it stands for rotational movement training. All that means is it helps the spine bend and twist, it improves balance, timing, rhythm, and I noticed the thing that really sold me was that it improved my juggling significantly. So it's basically like, for the cost of a rope, not even $10, it's like you have a portable, lightweight soccer gym that you can bring with you everywhere in the world. Right, at 18 years old, I played on PDA Cruyff, who was coached by Gatorade Coach of the Year, Doug Nevins. We were ranked one in the country, in the US, right? And I only learned about this in the past 6 months. Completely changed my life. The guy who invented it, his name is David Weck. So you could just search RMT rope, David Weck, and he says the one pattern that you want to eventually start to learn is the alternating underhand sneak. It looks like this. You first start with an underhand swing, kind of like a reverse jump rope, right? Normal jump rope, you're going like this. You want to start with a reverse jump rope pattern, so like this, and then maybe you could start swinging it between hands, nice and easy. Start bending and twisting the spine, and then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to go like this. But it took me 3 days to drill that. Some people learn faster than others, but the first step is making the tool, because once you have the tool, then you could completely change your life and then his life, right? Like this is rhythm training that translates. It's just, he's going to be head and shoulders over everyone if what you're talking about is that he's already, excelling. I just can't put it into words how powerful this rope is, right? You want a rope that's a little bit longer than you are tall, because you have to learn it first. If you try and make this for him and tell him to do this, do that, without you mastering it first, he just won't do it, because it's the things that you do that he's going to mimic. So make one for yourself, learn the alternating underhand sneak, and then he's eventually going to pick it up. The second thing that you want to invest in is a kick trainer, or you could make one yourself. This is a size 1 ball, a length of rope, and then you could tie a knot at the end of it, or $24 on Amazon is the cheapest kick trainer I found. And the reason why this is so powerful is because you could cram months of training into days or weeks. Clubs like Sevilla, Ajax, AC Milan all encourage their youth players to use kick trainers. it just allows you to get immediate feedback with each time that you touch the ball. So you're just developing awareness with each touch. So for that reason, I mean, you're just going to rapidly improve because it's fun. You could play music and use it. You could use it around the house. It's better than a training partner because you don't have to wait for a training partner. You don't have to go to a wall. You don't have to lug around a kick trainer. You can bring it on international flights. You could bring it to practice. You bring it 10 minutes. If you get 60 touches in 1 minute, that means walking around the block 10 to 15 minutes, you'll get close to 1,200 touches, easy. I tell the story, I brought this to France, walking around this main street in France. We were walking around there all day. I must have got close to, I don't know, 8,000 touches. I mean, it's ridiculous, it's ridiculous. So when you start to use it, he's gonna pick up on that and he's gonna pick it up. But this is a nuance. You wanna set it for a length that's for his height, but you want to use it. Don't give it to him. Don't try and force him to use it. You use it yourself, and then he's naturally going to gravitate towards it. This is exactly what I did to my college team. I started using this around them, and then they started picking it up and using it. So I'm telling you, right? Because I'm not sure if you've ever experienced this. It's like, let's say you give someone a gift. It's underneath the freaking Christmas tree or whatever, and then it just sits there because maybe the receiver of the gift doesn't value it, and for that reason, even if it's something that can help them grow their life, they don't see the value, so they're not going to use it. So that's why you have to take action and just invest in this, and all you're doing is just getting nice touches, breathing, right? Switch hands, nice and easy, right? Nice and easy. Mom could do this, right? Sisters can do this, brothers can do this. This is just a fun, rhythmic training tool, working that first touch, passing, shooting, even dribbling. This is going to help improve. So this would be probably the number, it's a tie between this thing and the RMT rope, which is more effective. The third thing that I would get for my 6-year-old who's nice, who's good at soccer is size 1 ball. The reason why you want to buy a size 1 ball is because okay, a size 1 ball is more challenging to master, right? It's going to help improve his sensitivity on the ball. So you want to encourage him to take a soccer vacation. A soccer vacation means he has a size 1 ball, an RMT rope, or a kick trainer with him at all times. And it sounds like he really gravitates to the game, so this shouldn't be that difficult. But as long as you got to make sure you tell him, watch out for cars and bicycles, right? Because if you have a ball and you're in the city, or you have a ball by the road, and you just don't want to cause an accident, or you don't want to get injured, right? You got to be aware. And I think if you yourself start to even start to practice your juggling with a balloon or a hacky sack. If he's 6 years old right now and you spend even 5 minutes a day starting today and practice till you could start to juggle a balloon and then start to improve yourself, then what you can do is start to become his training partner. Because ideally, I think that's why professionals have a leg up, because it's not that they're going to teach them certain things, it's that they can play with each other, right? This is one thing that I wish my dad did, right? When I was a young player, we could have juggled, every barbecue, picnic, vacation, after school, before games, after, every time. And this is something that, if mom's around, that she could start to develop too, because it's like that could spark so much joy between you, just knocking a ball back and forth, 2 touch, 2 touch, 1 touch, 1 touch, right? Nice and easy, breathing. I would also consider, there's this phrase that talks about soccer diamonds. A soccer diamond is like something, is a person, a place, or a thing within your town or city that can help him elevate his game exponentially. I'm talking maybe there's a kickboxing gym, maybe there's gymnastics, maybe there's karate, right? It's something that's going to help round him out and develop it's just going to improve his overall game, right? Because like I'm training a girl right now, and her dad brings her all the way up to Massachusetts, freaking an hour up to Massachusetts, an hour back home. It's like she's overworked, undertrained, and she loves soccer, so she's doing all these, like driving all around the New England playing soccer. But what she really needs to do is develop her ability to practice at a high level in a fun and effortless way, right? Because, if you can develop that, then you can train smarter than all the other players you're playing against. So instead of like wasting your time driving to go play with FC, whatever, you can have you're just, want to start to develop smart training. And with these tools, right, this is something I wish I had access to 27 years ago. I used to be the worst player on my team. Then my dad started bringing me to this skills and drills trainer named Tom Turnbull. And there's more posts. Some of the more recent posts is called, I have a lot of videos, so you could just check some of those out, but there's 4 specific drills and games that you can start to develop with him that are going to help elevate his game. So those will come later. Something else that comes to mind, I know we're getting a little long, but bear with me here. It's called a dribble up ball. Why this is, I think, so powerful is because it gamifies ball skills mastery. If you could use your phone, and at first I was against it because of the screen time, but the more I thought about it, I realized I've spent hours playing games, and if a game can help him almost be his skills coach, then he can go at his own pace, and he could just excel through that. And I've seen a lot of good things about dribble up, so that's something that I highly recommend, because gamifying a lot of the things that I teach are skills and drills, development games, or skills and drills in the form of games. So skills games are powerful tools for rapidly increasing abilities. So that's a good start, right? I don't want to overwhelm you or turn this into a TED Talk, but if we could wrap things up in closing, right? Where does this leave us? Make an RMT rope for yourself. Invest in a kick trainer for yourself, and begin to use these things. As you begin to use these things, he's going to pick up on them, and he's going to start to use them because they're a lot of fun. At least I think they're a lot of fun. The next thing is start to work on your juggling practice using a balloon. Also, encourage him to take a soccer vacation, bring a size 1 ball with him everywhere he goes, so that he's just always getting touches, and it's like effortless, right? He's not even thinking about it. So reach out with any questions. I hope this helps. All right, thank you.